Hi, everyone. Welcome to Great Books, Big Ideas. I'm Jim. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to do a tag video today. I was kindly tagged by Book Chat with Pat. Pat, you are the queen of tags. I'm going to call you the tag queen. There's nobody better at tagging than you are, at least in my corner of BookTube. And thank you for doing that. This is a tag that was originally created by Kevin at Kevin Tall 9665, and it's called the New Year, New Me tag. And it's 8 questions, and I'll try to go through these very briefly. It's kind of a fun one, and I'll just give you some quick responses. And anyone who sees this video, consider yourself tagged. I'll tag a few more people in the show description. Number 1, what is one book from your 2025 reading goals that scares you? Well, I've kind of have some broad intentions for my reading in 2025. I'm currently reading a lot of chunkers, and they don't really scare me, though. I mean, I'm reading Finnegan's Wake, and that is a frightening experience, as Book Chat with Pat can tell you. That made it to her response to question number 1. But I'll be through that eventually. But maybe it would be Euclid's Elements. Like, there was a kind of a general goal that I want to read more of the math science books and the Great Books of the Western World set. And I think I'll tackle Euclid's Elements at some point. I don't know how much progress I'm going to make with it, but we'll see. Math and geometry are not my thing, although my father was a high school math teacher. And I wasn't bad at math until I got in later in high school, and I sort of lost interest in it and didn't do quite as well. But Euclid's Elements, geometry, we'll see. Can I follow the proofs? Will they make sense? That's a little frightening to me. Question 2, patience. What is the one book on your 2025 reading goals you want to start immediately? Well, can I go back to January 1 because I've already started it. That is Marcel Proust, In Search of Lost Time. I made a commitment to participate in a reading event that I will. I know another bibliophile reads. Greg is doing that, and I also think, is it the Literate Texan channel? And I will link to those gentlemen who can have more to say about this reading event. But the basic idea is to read Marcel Proust all in 1 year. And this is a reread for me. And I already started Swann's Way, and I'm loving it so far. So that is one that I did start immediately right on January 1. Already 100 pages into it. It's going well. Now, question 3, what book last year pushed you to reflect and or grow as a reader? Well, I guess I would have to pick Ulysses by James Joyce, which was a reread for me. And I have a video about this where I talk about my experience of reading the book. But the long and short of it is, it was a very different reading experience, and I feel like I have grown as a reader since the first time I read Ulysses. And this time I read Ulysses very quickly. I tried to absorb it all in about, I think it took me 3.5 weeks. I finished it in June of 2024. It might have been right on Bloomsday. I can't remember. But I really enjoyed kind of going at that pace. And it helped me to get some new insights into Ulysses, and I appreciated the book a lot more. I'm not saying that the next time I reread it, I would move that fast. I think every time you revisit a book, you can reset and go at your own pace. It might be better to read it more slowly this time or look up more references or something. But that was a growth experience for me because it sort of pushed me, and I proved to myself I could read a big book like that and in a very sustained way and really commit to it. And in a way, maybe that inspired me to want to jump onto this Proust bandwagon in 2025. I've been through Proust once already, so it's not like a brand new thing. It doesn't frighten me, but it is a lot of reading. It's like what, over 4,000 pages if you add up all the volumes. So, but I know I can do it. I know I can do it because I pushed through Ulysses in like 3 weeks. So that was a growth experience. I think I got better as a reader. Books will teach you to read too. I really believe in that. Question 4, new paths. What is one author you plan to try for the first time in 2025? Well, I'm thinking here kind of a couple books I picked up last year used, and they're sci-fi, cyberpunk authors. The sci-fi would be Frank Herbert. I've never read Dune, and I think I have the first 2 volumes. So it would be nice to try to read Dune, at least the first one this year. And then also the other one I consider would be William Gibson. I've not read any novels by him, and I have 1 or 2 books by him. Neuromancer would be the one I would read. And I think I will get around to the Gibson. I'm not as sure about Frank Herbert, but why not? I think maybe I'm sort of thinking like those might be better as summer reads, but I will try to read them. Question 5, self-care. What is one book and/or series you revisit for comfort? Well, I guess there's some books from my childhood that I would like to reread for comfort, but I'll think of one that's just fresh in my mind. I come back to Marcel Proust, In Search of Lost Time. I find that book very comforting because I can slow read it. I can really immerse myself in it. And I feel like that narrator, the way he sees experience, the way he goes through his memories, the way he sort of detailed tangents he goes off on, are kind of the way my mind operates in a way. I feel like I connect with that in a very tangible way, and that is comforting. I'm not saying I'm the same as him, but like I relate to it, and I have patience. Like some people would read Proust and they just would get very, very impatient with it, like nothing's happening and he's just going on and on and on and on. But not me. I feel like you can dwell as long as you want on these things, go off on as many tangents as you want. I'm with you. And that's comforting. That's comforting to sort of land on a book that speaks to you in that way. There would be plenty of others, but that was the first one that came into mind, probably because I'm like rereading it right now. Question 6, forging ahead. What is your favorite debut book or first book in a series you read last year? I can't answer that one. I don't have any. That I went over my 2024 reads, and I don't think. Not to my knowledge, none of them were debuts, and none of them were like the first in a series. So I'm going to have to pass on that one. Number 7, do you have a specific reading goal or challenge for the year ahead? I'm a little leery of reading goals, like definitely not like I'm going to read 100 books this year or anything like that. Like however many books I read is fine. I have the Proust project is a goal, but it's not anything like that's like easy for me. If I read Proust, like 10 pages a day, I'll get through the whole thing really easily. But, so that is kind of a goal though, I guess. The other goal would be this Great Books of the Western World 10-year plan that I've been talking about on the channel. And it's like you read little pieces of the Great Books of the Western World, and they have like a whole 10-year plan. And the year 1 has, I don't know, something like 11, 12, 13 readings. I started with Apology. I'm going to do Crito. A lot of these would be rereads for me. Some of them are going to be longer and take some more time. But that is something I'd like to get through this year and hopefully even beyond. I'm not sure how quickly I'll do these, but I'm doing like sort of lecture type videos on those, lecture and discussion, inviting people to discuss the texts. That would definitely be a goal. Other than that, I'm just kind of following my interests, like letting serendipity take hold of me. And, there's plenty of books I'm actively reading right now. I've got about 11 or 12 books on the stove. So, I have to finish those. And as, one gets done, then I'll see which one I want to read next. But, yeah, not a problem at all. I would caution people to be wary of goals because, you don't want this to feel like a job. Reading is fun, should be fun, should feed your mind. And number 8, breaking walls. Bonus question. Do you have a non-book related goal for 2025 you wish to share? Well, yeah, I guess so. What would I be willing to share? I'm also an amateur musician and songwriter, and me and my wife record things. We recorded a lot of tapes and CDs over the years. And I have a YouTube channel that's dedicated to that. And we're distributing the music like on all the streaming platforms and whatnot. And the band name is Breakthrough Shine that we came up with. And I would like to do more with that channel. Right now, there's nothing on the actual channel, but I would like to dabble in a different kind of video making, and I'm trying to figure my way out how to do that and what kinds of content to make that would be music related and recording related. And it's a tall order, but it's definitely something I would like to get involved with. That would be sort of a vague goal. But yeah, other than that, I just hope that we all stay healthy and happy. And again, I am going to tag a few people in the show description for this. But consider yourself tagged if you would like to share your thoughts. It's a great time of year to do this tag. The New Year, New Me tag. I don't think there's a new me anymore. The old me is just fine. I don't think the old me is going to get any kind of makeover. It's not going to happen. I'm too old for that. But, it is a new year, and I'm happy to be here. So thanks, Pat, for tagging me, and thanks all for watching. And again, why don't you do this tag too? It's fun. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.